Congress's big traitor attack on the RSS, where Modi fets RSS. Congress has launched a scathing attack. Congress has said, and I quote, RSS helped British in 1942 Bharat Chhoro. Congress has also gone on to say that RSS never was a part of India's freedom struggle, adding that RSS was behind India's partition and has polarized the nation. Listen in. All right, so those are the comments coming in from the Congress. This on the day when Prime Minister Narendra Modi was the chief guest at RSS completing 100 years. Political attacks that have already begun from the opposition, and the latest one coming in from the Congress that has called the RSS a big traitor. This at a time when we saw how Prime Minister Narendra Modi lauded the RSS and spoke about how the body has always thought about the nation first and done good to the nation. Congress has launched this big attack. They've said that RSS was the one that helped British in 1942 Bharat Chhoro. RSS was never a part of the freedom struggle. Instead, RSS was behind India's partition and has polarized the nation. Big charge coming in from the Congress against the RSS, but a line that they have always taken. I want to take this to Rahul Gautam, who's joining us on the broadcast. Rahul, Congress beginning with its attack against the RSS already on this important day, and they say that RSS never led India to freedom, instead divided it.
Well, this can be easily described as to what PM and other leaders are saying, in terms of RSS contribution towards freedom struggle and also post-independence era. Now, Congress has put out a very long message on Twitter, wherein they have slammed RSS as an organization which has been sowing seeds of discord between Hindus and Muslims, how they have not been ever part of freedom, struggle, how it was banned by the then Home Minister Sardar Patel. In fact, they've also blamed or attributed the assassination of Mahatma Gandhi to RSS. In fact, since we all know that our constitution has become one of the major important issue as far as BJP and Congress is concerned. Therefore, Congress has lamented or highlighted this fact or claimed at least that RSS has always been against constitution. In fact, they have been insisting on Manusmriti, that it should be declared as a code book or a law book for our country. So as far as Congress is concerned, they have castigated organization like RSS, saying that it has zero contribution towards India's freedom struggle, and they have been always working against the interest of the country by dividing society on the lines of religion, on the lines of caste, and in fact they have never had any regard whatsoever for constitution. And this only shows their petty mindset, or in fact they are saying in a way a mindset which is against the very idea of India.
Oh yes, absolutely, Rahul, and Congress has been doing that over the decades and always leveling these attacks against the RSS. But this especially coming in on a day when the centenary celebration was happening and 100 years of RSS that were being celebrated. I request you to stay on with us, as Mr. Rashid Alvi is also with us on the phone line. Mr. Alvi, a detailed post that has been put out by the Congress, once again mounting those attacks against the RSS.
Yeah, but our Prime Minister is a member of RSS, and definitely everybody expects he has praised and he will praise Rashtriya Sevak Sangh. But my request is, Prime Minister should have explained the role of RSS 1925 to 1947. Whether Rashtriya Sevak Sangh, when Prime Minister says that, and even the BJP leaders, RSS leaders, they claim that they are the only citizens of this country who are Deshbhakt. What was the role of RSS during 25 years? What was the role of chief of the RSS, whether Guru Golwalkar ji or Head Gowar ji? Guru Golwalkar ji wrote a letter to British government to support. They were against freedom fighters. Whether it is the Deshbhakti They have become Deshbhakt after independence, not before independence. So, citizens of the country, countrymen, it is their right to know what was the history of Rashtriya Sevak Sangh. And our Prime Minister, as a Prime Minister, should explain it. That what was the role of Rashtriya Sevak Sangh during 25 years. Just as I remember, it was first week of August of 1947, this organizer, which is the newspaper of Rashtriya Sevak Sangh, there is article, editorial against Tricolour, our flag, India flag. It doesn't suit to India. It doesn't suit astrologically to our country. You can go through even today. So, people of the country, it is their right to know everything about RSS.
Mr. Alvi, how do you comment on all the work that has been done by the RSS towards nation building? And I also have Ms. Supriya Shrinate joining us on the phone line. So I'd like to take this question to her as well as you stay with us, sir, requesting you to do that. Ms. Shrinate, your response as we stay with those statements by Prime Minister Narendra Modi on the 100 years of RSS and really the sort of criticism and the attacks that continue to come in from the Congress. But how do you comment on the work that has been done by the RSS towards nation building, towards the welfare of the nation? All right, not too sure if Ms. Shrinate is still with us, but those are the responses coming in from the Congress party after the attack that has been mounted against the RSS, where they invoke history, questioning the RSS role, especially during the partition, saying that RSS is responsible for polarizing the nation, and also adding that RSS had no role to play when it came to freedom struggle. Rather, they were against those who were a part of the freedom struggle movement, and this on the day when RSS is being celebrated. Those are the pictures of the centenary celebration of the 100 years of the Rashtriya Swayam Sevak Sangh. Prime Minister Narendra Modi emphasizing on all the good work that has been done by the RSS, where it has been nation first and serving the nation for the RSS. I want to go back to my colleague Rahul Gautam, who continues to stay with us amid all the political reactions coming in at this moment and how the Congress has mounted this attack on this very day.
Well, we all know that how the BJP leader, the Sangh Parivar, they all are celebrating the 100-year anniversary of RSS, and therefore it was imperative upon Congress party.
Rahul Gautam, I request you to stay on with us. Supriya Shrinate with us on the phone line. Supriya Shrinate, your response and how do you comment to all the work done by the RSS towards nation building?
So what sort of nation building has the RSS done? I would like to begin with. My first question is, why are we talking about an organization that was banned by Sardar Patel, India's first Home Minister, because he alleged and he was absolutely convinced that they were spreading hatred. He was absolutely convinced that they inspired Nathuram Godse, who killed Gandhi. Why are we talking about an organization that had zero contribution to India's freedom struggle? Why are we talking about an organization that wrote to the British of how India's freedom movement should be curbed and crushed? Why are we talking about an organization that boycotted India's tricolour for 53 long years and did not actually hoist the tricolour at their headquarters for 53 years? Why are we talking about an organization that burned effigies of Baba Saheb and also burnt copies of our constitution? Why are we talking about an organization that openly called Bharat Singh and Chandrasekhar disturbing elements who should have been wiped out? I mean, why are we talking about this organization? I really want to understand. What is their contribution to India other than spreading hate and polarizing our society? You please tell me, what was their contribution in nation building? What is their contribution as far as our freedom struggle is concerned, other than the fact that they took pension from the British, other than the fact that they were actually fine for the British? That's all that they did. They hated India's freedom fighters. They called from Gandhi to Nehru to Patel to Subhash Chandra Bose. They published cartoons in which you see 10 heads of Ravan, and Savarkar and Shama Prasad Mukherjee shooting an arrow at them. That's what the RSS is. What are you talking about? I mean, why on earth should I talk about an organization that was banned by India's first Home Minister? You please answer that question for me. And they have not changed their color. They continue to divide our society. They continue to polarize. I am not one who believes that RSS has done some great work. Just because the Prime Minister speaks about them from the ramparts of the Red Fort does give them no legitimization whatsoever. In fact, if at all, this is a desperate attempt to legitimize an organization that was banned and was held suspicious for killing Gandhi. That's what RSS is. And that's what I'm going to tell my future generations. That's what I know, that's what I'm going to tell people, and that's the absolute truth.
Ms. Shrinate, I request you to stay on. Mr. Nalin Kohli is there to answer all your questions to what you've asked, to what the RSS has done. This is the BJP emphasizes on all the work done towards nation building, done towards social welfare. Mr. Nalin Kohli, this is how the Congress responds.
Well, the Congress has been sleeping for the last so many decades or what? The Congress party has no idea all the work that the RSS has done, even in Congress-ruled states. Wherever there have been crises, has there been no recognition of the RSS and its work by the Congress government? I think the Congress party today functions on an ecosystem where you deny or deflect, which means you will deny reality of any work done by Prime Minister Modi and his government because you don't like it, since the Congress is not in power. And you will deflect anything on which there is no straight answer when a question is asked of them. At the moment, one has to ask questions of the Congress party that how is it they seem to have a position that matches with all countries around us that ask questions of India. For example, they will ask questions when there is the Galwan problem on what India would not ask, say, China, but what China would ask India. Or they will ask questions of what Pakistan would ask India, rather than what India would ask Pakistan, say, around Operation Sindoor, or Balkot, or the surgical strikes. So the Congress party is in a very peculiar position. On one hand, they will talk and say, we are the party that got India its independence. On the other hand, their senior leaders, including Mr. Rahul Gandhi, would say, look for foreign interference. What is Europe and America doing about democracy in India? Which is an invitation for interference in India's democracy. So I think the Congress party somewhere seems to have changed its stance over the last few decades, and now is just on the kind of politics that you oppose for the sake of opposition.